Peace, peace, everybody. May the Lord bless all of you in the mighty name of Yeshua, Jesus the Messiah. Shout out to whoever made this picture of me. They got me down pretty well. Got the tractor riding, Bible thumping, laptop, cryptocurrency trading, Market Cipher shilling, Bitcoin holding, power lifting. Jason Casper over here. I love it. And as usual, guys, if we can get this video up to 3,000 likes during the stream, I will give away 0.1 BTC on the stream. So tell your friends, tell your wife, tell your kids, tell your coworkers, tell your second cousins, tell your tractor riding, cryptocurrency trading, Bible thumping, Market Cipher shilling, Bitcoin holding, power lifting friends to come smash the like button, y'all. All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful, and it really truly is a beautiful, an absolutely beautiful, what day is it, Tuesday? A Tuesday morning. The sky is blue, the sun is shining. I was out there this morning taking care of the animals. It's really nice to feel the sun on your skin in the morning. It gives you a fresh outlook on life, to say the least. So let's get into the cryptocurrency market. We have a lot of things to talk about today, guys. I want to talk about, really in this live stream, I want to do some TA, talk about my trades, talk about my plans, mark out some levels that we should be looking at, how to find some good entries. But I also want to talk about the importance of trading with multiple accounts. Because if you're not trading with multiple accounts, you are missing out on some gains. Shout out to Larry Williams, who says that his wife and himself love the classes and videos. The wife is turning out to be better than him. Hey, wives tend to do that, right? Yeah. Shout out to Devin Myers. Shout out to Cam. Always in the house. Cam, the most jacked man in the cryptocurrency space. Shout out to you guys. So as you can see right now, the Bitcoin price is currently getting a pump. You know what else is getting a pump, guys? EOS is getting a crazy pump. Right now, in the moment. I'm not talking about long term. I'm talking about in the moment right now. These coins are kind of pumping. These are the trades I've currently got open. I have an Ethereum long open, up 157%. I've got a Bitcoin short open 130%. And I have a Bitcoin long, which is also up almost 30%. And then, guys, I have a spur of the moment EOS long that I took on MARGEX. Believe it or not, I took it on MARGEX last night, and it's up about 400%, which is crazy. Now, obviously, this trade on MARGEX is using a little bit higher leverage than usual. MARGEX is one of those, they try to get you to use leverage, man. Every time you go to enter a new asset, they will switch your leverage automatically to 60. They will switch it to 60, which is pretty crazy. But, you know, I just want to point out that I am in 2 Bitcoin trades at the same time. Both of them are in profit. I'm in a short over here, and I'm in a long over here. So I want to talk about that, because if you are able to short and long at the same time, you can make so much more money. And the reason for that is because, let's say, just hypothetically, right? Just hypothetically, we're going to assume, hang on, this is Ethereum. Hypothetically, we're going to assume that you are in a short trade, right? Like I currently am right now. Currently in a short trade. And I shorted from right here at about $59,000 up here at this line. And then, you know what I did yesterday? I longed this bounce right in here. I actually longed this bounce back up to the top right here. During my short on another account, while I was still in the short, I longed from this support line back up to this support line. We didn't quite get there. And then I closed that position. We come back down on the short, still in the short. Then yesterday I longed down here at 54K, and I'm actually still in that long. And it's a great way to make money, because my short is still in profit. There's no reason for me to close the short, because we're still making, if we go to the 1 hour time frame, we're still putting in the downtrend, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is technically a lower high, and this is not a lower low. So, you know, depending on how things go here, I might be looking to close out my short. But the thing is, I'm able to capitalize on the moves in the market while maintaining in a swing trade, maintaining this short, which I'm still currently in, taking profit on the short on the way down. Like, that's the thing. I've already taken a lot of profit out of the short, so it's guaranteed to be a winning trade now, no matter what. And then on this little scalp long here, I closed out of, and this little long here, I'm actually still in. And this is a great way to kind of to roll with the price action on Bitcoin, because really Bitcoin right now is trading in, although this is just the short term, I'll get into the long term in a second, but Bitcoin is trading in what I would consider to be, and here let me actually turn off some of these things that are cluttering up my screen here. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off, turn that off. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off, go ahead and turn that off. Let's see how many times I can say I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Yeah. Okay, and let me turn off some of these lines too here, because they are just cluttering up the screen. We don't need them here. We do not need them here at all. I can actually even delete this. No, I won't delete that. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, I'll keep that there too. Okay, yeah, so pretty much Bitcoin has been trading within this range here between $54,500 and $59,000, give or take, right? Give or take, for quite some time, since we could say the 4th of May, 2021. Yeah, Bitcoin. Yes, Larry Moore, I am going to turn them off. I am going to turn them off. Shout out to Joshua Meter, who made the picture from the intro. Bro, awesome, man. I love that picture. It's so funny. It's hilarious. I could not stop laughing when I first saw it. It just cracks me up so much, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, so we've been trading within this range, and so I'm pretty much just assuming that when we come down to the low of the range, we're going to eventually make our way back up, and when we come back up to the top, we'll eventually make our way back down. But we're not going to go straight up and straight down. We're going to go up and come down a little bit, and up and come down, and then up and come down, and up and come down, and up and come down, and up and come down. And guess what? Up and come down, and up and come down. And so if you're able to trade with 2 accounts, you can enter a nice long or short position from the top or the bottom and just hold that thing, assuming we're eventually going to make our way back up to the top, taking out profit along the way to ensure that it's a winning trade. And then if you see that we're going to get an intermediary dump, well, or an intermediary pump, you can long and short at the same time. Because at the end of the day, you know, the volatility, if we're long from the bottom here, coming up, there's so much volatility, we do finally reach our final take profit up here. But imagine all the gains we're missing out on from these short-term dumps that we're getting. And that's why it's so important to have 2 accounts. And CryptoFace talks about this quite often, and so do a lot of other people. It also helps you stay focused. It helps you stay focused. The only, you know, and I'm talking about trading on Bybit. I'm talking about trading on Bybit. If you're trading on MARGEX, believe it or not, you can actually open up a long and a short position at the same time, which is strange. It's strange, but it's possible. The thing I don't like about MARGEX is you are not able to take out partial profits like you are on Bybit. On Bybit, you can set buy and sell orders so that, you know, if you're longing from the bottom here, you can take some profit out here, you can take some profit out here, you can take some profit out here, and still maintain the open position. You can take some profit out here. You cannot do that on MARGEX. You would have to actually open up. If you plan to be in a swing trade and have like 4 or 5 take profits set, you'd have to open up 4 or 5 longs at the same time. So that's pretty much what I want to say about the multiple accounts. I've had a lot of people ask me because, you know, in the Discord, this is the Market Cipher Discord here, but in my Discord, I was posting these trades where like I'm talking about longing and shorting at the same time. Yesterday, what did we do? Yeah, I was short. I was in a short. The short that I talked about on Sunday during the live stream, where, you know, I said if we come back up to the resistance at 59K, I would want to short it down to 54K. Right here, this is a screenshot from the video. This order got triggered in my sleep, and then I entered the short coming down to 54K. And when I saw that we were getting a bounce right here, while I was still short from 59K, I entered a long right here at 57.385, and we took this nice little scalp here. We didn't quite hit 59K again, but it was a nice little scalp. And then I closed out that thing, still in the short, right? And then when we got this massive dump, right, I longed right here right at the support. So I still am in the short, and then I'm still now in this long. And because I've taken profit out of the short on the way down, even at this support here, I have a small position open with the short. In case we come down to lower levels, I won't miss out. And I'm still in this long in case we come back up to the top of the range, and I can take profit out. I can play both ends of the candlesticks. You guys, it's a little pun there. It's a little pun because they're candlesticks. You know what I'm saying, guys? You know what I'm saying? Candlesticks, you know? I know. I'm a funny guy. I'm a super funny guy. Larry Moore says, do I see the inverse head and shoulders on the 4-hour? Yeah, I do see that. However, it's important to note that the Bitcoin has been very, very just, oh man, it hasn't been cooperating too well. I really want to see this green dot play out. For Bitcoin, right now, it looks like this 1-hour candle that was doing so well is getting beat down quite a bit. It's getting beat down quite a bit. Let's talk about Bitcoin, guys, because there's a lot of uncertainty about where we are heading with Bitcoin and with the bull market in general, because everybody knows that if Bitcoin starts to crash, shout out to Moonwolf, by the way, in the chat. If Bitcoin starts to crash and we really start to print lower highs on the higher time frames, like the weekly, let me turn off all these lines here. If we really start to print lower highs on the weekly consistently, and right now it is quite interesting to see where we actually are as far as Bitcoin goes. Because right now, on the weekly time frame, we were putting in higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high. If we're not able to break back above this area and we put in a lower low, and then we put in a lower high, and then a lower low, potentially this could start a downtrend. This could start a downtrend for Bitcoin. I would really like to see the weekly candle for Bitcoin close at least above this $59,000 level. I feel like this is a critical level of resistance that we need to come through. Now, don't get me wrong. There's still a lot of things that could play out while we maintain in a bull market. Okay, I'm just saying I would really like to see the candle close up here. This could very much so be, the Elliott wave, where we put in our 5 waves, and then now we're getting our A, B, C correction, where we come down to like 43, potentially lower before we get a move to the upside. That's also very possible. The thing that concerns me, and I wouldn't say it's too concerning, but, well, it is concerning. It is kind of concerning. We can see on the larger time frames, the momentum is just coming down, and so is the money. Money is leaving Bitcoin. We know it's going into altcoins. However, it's a delicate balance in the cryptocurrency ecosystem, because if Bitcoin starts to go down, all the other coins are going to follow with it. Just saying that. But for right now, in the immediate short term, until we are, as long as we are trading within this general range, which we have been trading in for a very long time, there's really no reason to be concerned about it. And again, if we go to the weekly time frame and we turn on our favorite EMA, the 21, we know that historically during bull markets, the Bitcoin price tends to bounce off that 21 EMA. And we still maintain in the bull market. So if we do come down and test that 21 EMA and get a nice bounce, that would actually give us a nice, ABC correction from the all-time high, and we would get a nice wick through the 21 EMA and a nice bounce off of that. So there's a lot of, to be honest with you guys, right now, I'm just taking this level by level, trading it level by level, shorting resistances, longing supports, and I'm not too concerned about what the future holds, because if we do keep printing lower highs and lower lows, I'm just going to prioritize the shorts. I'm going to put on my short pants, my short shorts, and we'll just take it as it comes. We shall take it as it comes. So let me put back on these levels I got here. Okay, that's that. I'll turn that off. Yeah, so for right now, I'm literally just looking for swing shorts up here, swing longs down here, or even down to this level. Until this range breaks, until we stop trading within these parameters, I'm looking really just to short up here, long down here, and then I'm looking for intermediate levels of support and resistance that you can draw by hand, or you can even draw them using things like volume. Like, for example, this level right here, I notice tends to be respected. The 56.8 also tends to be a level of support and resistance that we can use to trade off of. If you want to put on the volume indicator here, we can use high volume areas as well to find places to scalp trade off of. So the swing trades are from the high to the low, or the low to the high, and then the day trades, the scalp trades, are from these levels in between. Right here, 58 was a strong level, and right now 56 kind of tends to be a strong level that we haven't really been able to come above since yesterday. We haven't really been able to come above that since yesterday. Let me come over to the chat here, guys. FOMO into the like button. FOMO into the like button. Because, again, if we can get this up to 3,000 likes, I will give away 0.1 BTC during this stream. And if I can't do it during the stream, I'll do it during the next stream. I'll give away 0.1 BTC, and I will give away the course as well. And, guys, actually, if we can get this video up to 800 likes, I will give away the course for free to one lucky winner, even though I don't necessarily believe in luck. Shout out to Alfredo Corona. Yes, absolutely. There is a chance that Bitcoin could pump and Ethereum could dump at the same time. Yeah, Premier Crypto, I do need to get the live trading while riding the tractor with the webcam on. I definitely need to do that. Tractor trading is the way to go, guys. Sean says, nice trigger wave forming on the 24-minute. Great curving money flow 2, and the VWAP looking like it's going to cross over. Thoughts? So let's take a look. Let us take a look. Let's go to the 24-minute. Yeah, see, look at that. You know, it's like Bitcoin has been doing this to us. It's been doing it to me. We've just been trading sideways on this line here. And I do see that, you know, potentially we're going to get this money flow crossing over. It would be nice to print that nice tight trigger wave right here, because that would give us the nice direction. And yeah, absolutely would be expecting higher price action there. But what's been happening is every time it looks like we're going to start getting some kind of an upward movement, we actually don't necessarily get that as much as what we would want. But the direction is looking nice. If we go down to the 12-minute, we can see that money flow wants to cross over. It's like, I'm trying to cross. No, maybe not. And if we do print another red dot right here, well, that would give us the downward kind of direction. And it looks like we might, because the VWAP is pointing down. So Bitcoin has been pretty chill as far as, you know, we haven't had these. Well, yesterday was intense, but for the past few hours, we haven't had much volatility here. So that's why I'm still long and I'm still short, and whichever direction wins out is the trade that I will prefer. And if we lose the support down here at 54.5, then I will close out my longs, or maybe keep them open with a very small position. And if we come above this level right here, around 58.5, I will close out my long. I'll close out my shorts. You know, it's interesting because right now my Bitcoin short is in a lot more profit than my Bitcoin long. And my Ethereum long, I've been long on Ethereum for a very long time. Let's take a look at Ethereum actually. As Bitcoin dumps, let's take a look at Ethereum. So unfortunately, guys, I did add to my Ethereum long this morning right up here at about $40,000, $40. I'm sorry, 4,000. I'm used to Bitcoin. The reason I did that is because overnight I missed my chance to enter more as we came down and bounced off the 618 fib extension of the move. But I figured because we reclaimed this this fib extension level as our support, that I would just add a little bit more to my long here. And as you guys can see, that is not so great because since I entered, it's down about 3%. I was hoping, as I was watching this kind of dump out, that we were going to come up here and print the trigger wave, which was going to cause the money flow to curve to the upside, and we would cross up. We will see what happens with that. So that is quite unfortunate. The 4-hour time frame for Ethereum was printing a green dot earlier. That has stopped printing, and the VWAP has come down. So what do I think is going to happen with Ethereum? Well, I do think Ethereum is still very, very bullish. I think we do have a lot more upward momentum for Ethereum. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we're holding the 21 EMA as our support right now, which is very important. If we lose this 21 EMA, then I think we are going to have a correction coming back down to some of these levels here, Ideally, if you are looking to get into Ethereum and you're not already long, we would want to see price come down to some of these levels. Now, it's important to notice that things are very overextended. Even though this is very bullish, we're very overextended, and we haven't really had a correction like what we had back in these days where, we came up to 2,500 on Valentine's Day, and then we had a 25% correction. Or even back here, where we came up to the all-time high of 2,000, and then we had a correction of almost 40%. This is very overextended, and I think we are overdue for a correction sooner or later. Ethereum has not been playing by the rules as far as correcting on us. So if we lose this 21 EMA, I'm expecting us to come down and potentially even touch this fib extension level at 35.65, and if we lose that, this fib extension level down here at 31.99, and if we lose that all the way down here at 29.18, and if we think about it, coming down, even down to 27.15, that's only a 35% correction. We had a bigger correction than that back when we hit 2,000. So imagine if Ethereum came down to this level, the opportunity that it would present us with. It would give us a great opportunity to enter a long position. If we come to the daily time frame here and kind of zoom out, potentially looking at these levels as places to long from, just keep an eye on here, because if we do come down to these places, if we come down to 35, look for a long position here. Look for a bounce off this level. If we come down to 3,000, look for a bounce off that level. If we come down to 23.67 around this area, there's a lot, right, the breakout of the trend line, there's a lot of confluence down here for an awesome long position that we could get if Ethereum corrects. And I believe Ethereum, as long as Bitcoin doesn't crash all the way down to the underworld, to Hades and Sheol, depending on what language you're speaking, to Tartarus, if you're into the Greek mythology, as long as Bitcoin doesn't go to Tartarus, then I think Ethereum can have a very healthy correction coming all the way down to one of these fib levels here. And then getting a massive bounce. So what I would be doing personally is I'm keeping my Ethereum long open, but if we start to lose and close 4-hour candles below the 21 EMA, then I would be looking for shorts. I would look to short the rejection on the retest of things. Technically this would have been a good short. Unfortunately, I longed it. But if we come down and then come up and reject off that 21 EMA, that is a great short position. For me, the 21 EMA on the 4 hour is a great place to enter longs and shorts. If we're above the 21 EMA and we come down and we wick through it, that's a great place to long. We'll pretty much 99% of the time, I shouldn't say 99%, but a lot of times get a bounce off that 21 EMA. If we are below the 21 EMA and price comes down and closes a candle below there and we come up, look for a rejection off the 21 EMA to short down. And then the way that we will get our support and resistance levels to take profit is, we'll come down to these lower time frames like the 1 hour, and we'll simply just look for places where price has found a sticking point. So I could see like right here, that would be a take profit level. Right here would be a take profit level. And then maybe even right here would be a take profit level too. And that would be your 3 take profits if you were shorting down from here. That's how I would do it if I was shorting this. But let me see what happens, because we do have, if we take the, where did I pull the fib from? I think I pulled it from right around here. Yeah, I pulled it from right here, right where we started to get impulsive after we came up above this resistance. If we lose, guys, if we lose the 618 right here, which is about $3,796, it's very, very likely that we will either consolidate down here at this fib extension level, or we will continue downward for a correction. If we go to the 2-day for Ethereum, I know people kind of hate the 2-day, and sometimes I get some flack for using the 2-day time frame. Well, the 2-day time frame, guys, I think is showing us that we do need to either consolidate or come down, right? We need to consolidate or come down. When we printed this 2-day high red wave, we did consolidate and come down. When we printed this one here, consolidate and come down a little bit. We printed this wave here, consolidate and come down. Now we're printing this wave. Let's see what happens. Consolidate or come down. The daily, the VWAP is pointing downwards. The 12-hour, we're still printing that red dot. Depending on what happens in the next 12-hour candle, this VWAP very well may curve down like this. The 8-hour is looking kind of bullish, right? But keep in mind, the 4-hour was looking bullish just this morning, and now it looks like we're going to come down more. If on the 4-hour this wave comes down below the 0 line, that's a sign that, because we haven't been printing anything below the 0 line on Market Cipher B since April the 26th. I'm sorry, April the 25th. And now we're seeing money flow kind of coming down. We're seeing the potential right now for this VWAP to come down further. And actually, guys, the VWAP during last night, during yesterday's kind of dump, the VWAP came down lower than it has since, back before this massive pump. So take a look at the VWAP right here. If the VWAP keeps making lower lows, then we can expect some more downward movement, and that is an opportunity for us to get into a nice long position on Ethereum. So I'm still gonna hold my longs for Ethereum because I have no reason to close them. I have no reason to close them unless on these higher time frames we start printing lower lows and lower highs. Yes. Let me come into the chat here. Guys, if we can get this video up to 800 likes, I will give away the course for free. And just so you guys know, if you want to learn this stuff, if you want to learn technical analysis, if you want to learn how to draw levels of support and resistance that you can use to trade, and trade where you're entering into a short position and a long position at the same time, like this right here, where you short the resistance, and while you're still short, you long the bounce right off the support, come up and ride it up, find those levels that are respected by the price. Check out jasoncaspertrading.com, where you can gain the knowledge and skills you need to become a confident and a profitable trader. The purpose of this course is to walk you through, if you're new to trading, if you don't know how to do technical analysis, to walk you through everything you need in order to have a strategy that you can test and that you can be confident in, and give you a risk management strategy so that you can actually start to grow your trading account. And you can turn this from something you want to do into something you're actually doing. And it's a great feeling when you are new to trading and you feel like you just don't know what to do. And then you now have a very clear, focused path that you can go down. I give you all the information step by step, starting from the very beginning, in order. And then I actually show you 4 trading strategies that I actually use, and so do many other people, to make the gains, to win those trades. So check it out, jasoncaspertrading.com. I will post the link in the chat here. Another thing, I will post a discount code in the chat as well, which is good until May 16th, I'm pretty sure. Right here. Yeah, it's good until May 16th. Jason is so dang cool. This is the code here. And if you guys join my Discord, link in the description of this video, and hit me up in there, give me a message, I will give you a better discount. A better discount. Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. So, yeah, let's get this video up to 800 likes so that we can give away the course. So Joshua wants to know, how do I manage the flash crashes? I'll tell you how I manage the flash crashes, how I've been managing them as of late. This is how I have been managing the flash crashes. Let me turn back on my Bitcoin chart here and zoom in a little bit here. This is the daily time frame, looking a little bearish. It's the 4-hour time frame, looking a little not so the best. The way I manage the flash crashes is usually, well, I shouldn't say usually, but a lot of time. Okay, sorry, let me back up. If I'm already short, then I like the flash crashes. If I'm not already short, then I know that the flash crashes are going to lead to an awesome long opportunity. Let's take yesterday, for example. We'll go down to the 3-minute time frame here. The 3-minute time frame. Look at this flash crash that happened. We slowly dripped down. All right, after this nice scalp long that we took, well, that I took and a lot of people took right here on the 3-minute time frame, we slowly drain down. And I'm still short. Holding my short. We come here, drain down, and then all of a sudden, kafoom! We get this crazy flash crash. Now, keep in mind, as we're coming down here, on the higher time frames, Market Cipher is telling us we're going to come down. If you're on a low time frame like the 3-minute and you see something like this, okay, you see in one candle a crazy wick, even on the 1 minute, right? Even on the 30-second time frame. Let's go to the 30-second time frame. Our good friend, Mr. 3S. Mr. 3S on the 30-second time frame. If you see something crazy like this, okay, on the 30-second time frame, where we get a massive dump that happens super quick, and then you see these wicks that are just shooting us, rocket shipping us back up, right? Elon Musk comes out, SpaceX, he throws a whole bunch of Dogecoin on the floor, the price goes, whew, comes back up. If you see this, okay, happening at a key level of support, that's the thing. You have to have your support and resistance levels marked down. Right here, this 55.4 level, I'm sorry, not 55.4. I had a level marked right down here at 54.5. This 54.5 level, let me put a line here. This was a key support for me. I was already saying, if we come down here, I'm going to look for a long, okay? What happens is we get this massive dump really fast below the support, and then we rocket ship back up to the support. This is the sign that, okay, let's go long, because we know we're at least going to be able to get a good scalp off of this bounce. This right here on the 30-second time frame is 100% a bounce that you should be looking to long if you can. Like, that's the thing, it happens really quick. So you have to know where these levels are already. You have to have them marked out. You have to have your alert set, right? I was watching this come down, ready to click the buy button on Bybit as soon as I saw it coming down. As soon as I saw we were getting the bounce, that's a great opportunity to enter the long. And, I entered the long right here when we got the bounce. Let's see. Where is that? Right here. Right here. Right? I longed right here when things were looking dismal and disgusting, when we were already heading down to Sheol. This is where you enter the long. And actually, if you take a look here on Market Cipher B, on the 1 hour, it seems that we're even printing a bullish divergence right here. We're getting higher momentum as we're getting a lower low. And so these flash crashes offer a great opportunity. And there is something that tends to happen with Bitcoin, and I'm sure that a lot of you guys have realized this, where if we're going to get a flash crash, it happens at the end of a long crash downward, right? It happens all the time at the end of a long crash downward. I remember this right here, this wick right here, actually was a short trade that I took on this flash crash wick, right? We're getting a red X, we're getting a yellow X on the 5 hour time frame on Market Cipher A, right? On the 5 hour time frame, we got a yellow X on Market Cipher A, shorted down the flash crash. If you notice these flash crashes, we've already had a decent amount of downward movement. And so it's almost like the pinnacle, if you will, the climax of the downward movement. And if we've been slowly dripping down and then all of a sudden, look for that bounce. You can most of the time get into a really nice trade when you see on the low time frames, the 1 minute where the candles are just doom coming down. Have your levels marked out, your levels of support and resistance. Look, this was a weekly level of support. We flash crashed down, we come back up, and this was a massive move to the upside here. A massive move to the upside. The same thing happens down here. These flash crashes, the same thing happens right down here. We get all these wicks, this massive bounce, we get a move to the upside. It happens quite often. So here's what you need to do in order to avoid getting liquidated during flash crashes. You need to make sure that you already know where you're looking to long and where you're looking to short. You can't just enter long willy-nilly. Okay? You have to have a plan going into things. You have to know, okay, if the price comes down to this level, I'm going to long. If we flash crash down to this level, I'm going to be like, this is an awesome opportunity to long. If we come up to this level, be like, this is an awesome opportunity to short. And then have your plan ready to go. That's how I handle the flash crashes. That's how I handle it. Let me come back into the chat here. Keep says, should have been wearing my cargo shorts yesterday. Yeah, you know what I like to do? I like to wear my cargo shorts and my long pants at the same time. Let me see here. Luis Rivera says, I have a long on ADA. The price is 157. Already took 60% profit. Should I swing the rest? Yeah, Luis, I would. I like to keep my trades open, and then as long as the uptrend is still valid. That's the thing. So if you're long, like let's say you're long from here, right? We're long from right here, this bottom. There's a lot of different ways to look at it, but you could say, if I see that we are now printing lower lows and lower highs, then I should get out of that swing trade. Or at least have a level for yourself where you're going to get out of your long. Like for me, this is the level right here where I'm going to get out of my long. If we can close the candle below 54.5, I'm getting out of my longs and just keeping my shorts open. So I have that level marked out for me because, technically if we go to the daily time frame, we could just still be in an uptrend, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, like, you know. So play it by ear, but as long as you've locked in that profit, you're good to go. As long as you've locked in that profit, you're good to go. Sneaky Pete, if you take profit from Bybit, it goes into your wallet. It goes into your Bybit wallet. If you take out Bitcoin from a trade, it will go right into your Bitcoin wallet on Bybit. Chintzy13 says we're in a downtrend. Chintzy13, hey, are you the guy from the Discord last night, man? Yeah, I mean, it could. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, he's right. We could be in a downtrend. It really depends how you look at it, right? I mean, look at this. Look at this downtrend right here. And really, this it very, very well could play out, right? I was talking about this at the beginning of the stream. We've got the corrective ABC wave coming down. That would put us, you know, around between 40 and 43,000. And yeah, absolutely. But, you know, until we break the range that we've been trading in for so long, I'm just still trading this level to level, and we can have this downtrend on the daily, which hasn't really yet confirmed itself, and we can still have an uptrend on the 4-hour, and that's why it's so important to trade with multiple accounts, so that you can be short on Bitcoin and long on Bitcoin at the same time, and long on EOS, which is quite a nice trade there. Crypto Maniac says check 24, and for a low time frame with a high, don't keep looking at the 24, 30 minute, 1 hour. It will drive you nuts. I don't quite understand. Scott C, yes, you make money in the downtrend for sure. Gerard Harrison wants to know, most of your trades, do I wait until green dot in the 4-hour? Cam says, Jason, do you use 1 minute yellow X's? Yeah. If you see yellow X's, on Market Cipher A, those yellow X's are the most powerful in my mind indicator. So do I wait until I see the green dot in the 4-hour? Now, there's a lot of different ways that I trade. If you guys go to my YouTube channel, I don't know if you ever heard of this website called youtube.com. But let me see if I can get there. Yeah, you're going to go to your web browser. Oh, and by the way, if we can get this video up to 800 likes, I'll give away the course for free. If we can get this video up to 3,000 likes, I will give away 0.1 BTC on the stream. Yeah, Chintzy, if I'm saying that right, 13 says, check the ascending channel and you'll see it's already broken the lower trend line and retested it on the 4-hour. Yeah, I've seen that. Well, actually, I'll take a look at that in a second. But if you go to youtube.com, I have a number of different strategies that I use to trade. If you go to my channel and if you go to playlists here and go to Market Cipher tutorials, this will give you these are some algorithms that I use to trade with Market Cipher. When I say an algorithm, I mean I'm looking for a certain number of things to happen before I enter a trade, and I'm only entering a trade if Market Cipher is telling me A, B, C, and D. Are they true? Then enter a trade. So a lot of times that does involve with my 4-hour, 24-minute strategy, which you should check out right here. This involves waiting for the 4-hour green dot before you enter a long position, and it works very well. This is something I backtested to 2019, and it works even during crypto winter. The gains obviously are not going to be as good, but a lot of times I will use more of a free flow strategy where I'm using Market Cipher not exclusively, but I'm using it in combination with other levels. And I do have some videos on my channel that go over how I do that. But if you really want to know how I do that, then I do recommend that you take the course, because this course lays it all out, like step by step, exactly how I trade and how I look for entries, and how I use Market Cipher, on the lower time frames to find those good entries, right? So check it out. JasonCasperTrading.com. Link in the description of the video. Got a 10% discount too that I could shoot you. And actually, I'll put the discount again in the chat here. So yeah, let me put that discount in here. Shout out to Pepper on iFace. Pepper on iFace, who says, would love to see you get into / make a yield farming tutorial. Yeah, I'm not into that, and I need to get into that. I need to get into that. Lewis Hit AM. What are the yellow X's? Sorry, I'm new. Yeah, I know, Alfredo Corona. 3,000 likes is unrealistic. I'm trying to give incentive for people to come watch the video. Someday we'll get there, man. Someday we will get there, and I will give away 0.1 BTC. Yellow X's are on Market Cipher A. If we turn on Market Cipher A here, you can see that sometimes we get these yellow X's like we have right here. Okay, these yellow X's allegedly, and I have no idea how they get printed, but they tend to mean market manipulation. That there's manipulation in the market where like a lot of people are doing things, like whales are doing things. And you will notice that when these things print on the lower time frames and especially on the higher time frames, we get massive dumps. Usually if you see a yellow X, we get a massive dump. So for this candle here, we start to print the yellow X and we get a 1% dump. And really, we could see if you get multiple yellow X's in a row, I mean, you get this first one here, we try to come up a little, we get this second one here. From the time we print the first yellow X to the time we print the second yellow X, I mean, we get a 5% dump, right? 5.4%. So, you know, that's what they are, and they are a powerful indicator. I mean, if we take a look at what happened yesterday during the flash dump, well, what do you know, right? Not even during, where was that flash dump? Just the 1 minute here. You can see when these yellow X's print, it usually means we're coming down more, right? They print, coming down. Print, 2 in a row, coming down. Print, 2 in a row, massive bounce to the upside. I don't know what that is, but we get 3, come down. Right here, look at all these yellow X's as we're coming down. You know, just recently. Coming down. These are great if you're entering a short to say, yep, my short is continuing. But again, I usually use Market Cipher A more of reassurance and not so much as a confirmation. And if you guys don't have Market Cipher yet, it is a fabulous indicator for trading. I highly recommend it. You can get a 5% discount if you click the link in the description of the video. And yeah, you got to use the link in order to get the discount. I'll put it here in the chat. Ruski, why didn't I call out EOS in my VIP groups? I know, man. I didn't get to do it. I did not get to do it. It was like a total spur of the moment trade that I entered on MARGEX, and I just didn't get to do it. I do apologize. Scott Walker says, Pep on iFace. Thank you. Shout out to Anthony Christopher, who just got the course. Shout out to you, bro. Lucian Andre Negoita says, hey, Jason, your course goes over scalping in depth. Absolutely, it does. It absolutely does. Interesting. The yellow X's on the silver BTC chart. Interesting. Daniel Beck brings up a very interesting point. From April 25th to now, you can draw a trend line, and the flash dump yesterday came down and tested it perfectly. Shout out to Crypto Yacht. May God bless you, bro. The farm life is doing well. Thank you for asking. Yehuda Levi is saving for Market Cipher. In the meantime, he's learning so much from these videos. Thank you. I'm glad you are. Ryan Tame says, pepper on eye like the food. Yeah, I love pepper on eye. I love pepper on. I put pepper on everything. Yeah. Oh, First Coast Crypto. During the flash crash, I entered with a market order. Colocho. Yeah, let's get this video up to 800 likes. Yes, I can link one more time to the discount link. Okay, so the I can. Let me come back to the Discord. Grab the discount code. Come back into the chat. Type in the website. Boom. There we go. Shalom achi. Ariel. Shalom. Ma shalomcha. Hakol beseder. I know I speak Hebrew with a horrible American accent. Yeah, Alfredo Corona, you can be a mod, bro. I like you. So let's take a look at a bar none off grid pepper on iFace makes me sneeze as well. Rico wants to know, what coin would I buy right now to try and get 10 to 100x? I don't know. Like I don't know. I do not know. I'm not that kind of trader. I'm the kind that trades like on a day-to-day basis, and the coins I hodl are coins that I don't know if they're going to 100x. I have no idea. I just know that they're going to go up a little bit. So let's go to the 4 hour here for Bitcoin, because Chancey, my good friend in the chat, he brings up a good point for Bitcoin, and he's very bearish on extremely bearish. The dude is bearish. I think I ran into him in the Market Cipher Discord last night, and he's bearish on the corn. Okay, he's a corn bear. The dude's a corn bear. Chancey, if you're still in here, bro, you are a corn bear. Okay, and I don't mean that to offend you, but it's true. You're a corn bear. But he was mentioning the fact that Bitcoin was forming this rising wedge here, and we have broken down below the rising wedge, and we have been unable to come back into it. We tried with this 4 hour candle yesterday. It was a beautiful looking 4 hour bouncy candle here, but we were unable to come back into the trend line. We wick, all in here. And yeah, he brings up a good point, which is if we're unable to come back into this trend line, right, and we reject, we could see some very much lower level, especially if this, for me, right here, this level, is the level that I am looking at. If we're coming down and closing below the 54.5K, which is like the bottom support that I'm really looking at, and really if we come down below this 53.4, then I'm like, all right, it's time for me to prioritize the shorts. Shout out to Chinsey13 in the chat. Thank you for being here, bro. Yeah, you're a corn bear. I'm a core neutral. Like I am neutral. Formed a smaller wedge on the 15-minute. Shout out to Neil Sharma, who highly recommends the course to anyone struggling. Jay is amazing, informative, and we've built a strong community. I've been slaying. Thanks, bro. Thank you, Neil. May God bless you. Thank you for the super chat. Yes, so we have rejected off of this wedge here, and let us see what happens. Right now, this is the 4 hour time frame. Let's see what this candle does. Let's see this if we get some kind of massive rejection. I mean, it looks like we're about to print a bottom here on the 4 hour. Like, that looks pretty nice to me. Let's go to the 3 hour. We've already got the dot VWAP looking mighty weak. Let's go to the 2 hour. VWAP looking super weak on the 2 hour. Okay, let's go to the 1 hour. The VWAP is looking strong on the 1 hour a little bit, guys. On the 1 hour, we're about to run into not only the trend line, but the 21 EMA. And you guys know what the 21 EMA will do to a candlestick. It will melt that thing. It will melt that thing, for sure. For sure. Somebody says we formed another wedge on the 15-minute here. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. I guess you could say that we've been wedging, right? We got a little wedgie going on here. Got a little wedgie. If you're talking about this thing here, interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of trading patterns on the lower time frames like the 15-minute as much, but you know, it is interesting. Shout out to Chintzy13, bro. Thank you so much for being here, man. Thank you so much for being here. Mark Saunders wants me to explain the VWAP. Okay, so the VWAP is down here on Market Cipher B. It's the it's basically a price. It's basically, for all intents and purposes, down here on Market Cipher B. It's showing us the power with which the price is going to move either up or down. So if this thing is coming below the zero line and pointing downward, depending on how deep it's pointing is how powerful our downward motion is going to be. We can see right here when the VWAP crosses above the zero line, it doesn't come up very high and we don't get very much of a pump. But right here when we cross over, it comes up a lot higher and we get more of a pump. And right now you can see this thing is very erect and it is causing us to get quite a significant candlestick pump right there. Crypto Maniac, the course does not get you access to the private Discord anymore. It does not. That is separate now. So the private Discord is available at patreon.com/Jason Casper. I had to separate them for business purposes. And yes, so the OGs of the course, they get into everything, but now it has to be separate. Rusky says he doesn't have the VWAP in his Market Cipher B. You do. It probably just looks different than mine. So I made mine a line. Yours is probably a wave. The VWAP right here comes stock like this, okay? It looks like this yellow wave, and I don't like that. It's visually unappealing, so I make it a line. I like that much better than the wave. So people ask me, what are my Market Cipher settings? They're the same as everyone else's. It's just the fact that I have changed my money flow to purple and blue because it's beautiful. And I have changed my VWAP from an area to a line. That's all I done did. That's all I done did. Juan says, what time frames do I recommend for using the 5-minute chart for a quick scalping? I love to do the 50-minute, 5-minute. Shout out to JP. I also love Swiss chart. Oh, Angel Rodriguez says, you must please explain how and what you mean by multiple accounts and where are you having them? Can only have one in TradingView. Okay, I'll get into that, Angel Rodriguez. Thank you for the super chat. But first, I want to talk about scalping on the 50-minute and the 5-minute time frame. So this is a great way to find trades using Market Cipher. And what you are going to do is you're going to pull up the 5-minute and the 15-minute time frame at the same time. And what you're going to do is you're going to wait until the 50-minute, the 50-minute, prints a green trigger wave below the zero line. Okay, a green trigger wave below the zero line. It's much more powerful if it prints that wave near a support or a resistance level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mark the areas where we're getting that green wave below the zero line on Market Cipher B on the 50-minute time frame, the 50-minute. Okay, I'm going to mark a vertical line, and we are going to take a look at what kind of scalps we can get into here. Now, again, it works best below the zero line. It doesn't have to be, but that's where it works best. So we print and you're going to, while it's printing, in the act of printing, caught in the very act of printing, okay, this below the zero line on the 50-minute time frame, what we're going to do is we're going to come over to, actually we'll put one here as well, we're going to come over to the 5-minute time frame and see what we can see. And what we are looking for on the 5-minute time frame to enter these trades is this. So when we're printing that green dot on the 50-minute time frame, which we are right here, we're going to be looking for on the 5-minute time frame either a money flow crossover or a green trigger wave, either a money flow crossover or a green trigger wave. And what we're going to do is we're going to enter on that candle after it prints. So this would be our first entry right here. This candle right here, we get the money flow crossover, and it's a purple candle. We would enter long there. Now, unfortunately, this would have been a loss. Where do we put our stop loss for these trades? We always put them below the last swing low, which would be right here. And we set our take profit levels up at the next local areas of support and resistance. So if you're looking at the 5-minute time frame, you would set a take profit level here because that's a local level of support. Clearly it's support, 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 and then resistance. And you would take your profits on the way up, okay? This would be how you set up that scalp. This would have been a loss, okay? This definitely would have been a loss here. And that's okay because we go on to the next trade, which happens right here. This was an interesting scenario because it was a fake out green dot, right? The money flow was curving over, and we printed a red dot right after it. But then we come down to here. And right here, as we're printing this green dot on the 50-minute time frame, and we get the money flow crossover on the 5-minute time frame, then we would enter at this candle right here. Where is that? Yes, right here, yes. We would enter this candle right here, okay? This purple candle right here. We would put the stop loss below the swing low, and then we would set our take profit levels along the way up. And we would use local support and resistance to find those levels of take profit. Honestly, this yellow line here would honestly be my first one. This orange line would probably be my second one. This yellow line would probably be my third one. And this is how you would set up your trade. And you can see that that was a very successful trade right there because we hit our take profit pretty much perfectly. And then we go on to the next wave right here, which is kind of in sync with, we still would have been in that trade. We come on to our next one over here. Let me see. Where would we be? Let me see. Where would we be? Okay, so as we're printing that 50-minute green dot, we would then enter on, and you know what? We don't have any on the 5-minute time frame. We have no trade here. We have no trade here because we don't have a money flow crossover, and we don't have a trigger wave. We don't have a trigger wave down here. In fact, we're getting lower waves, so this would be a no trade. That would keep us out of that loss right there. Then we come down here where we're printing this green dot on the 5-minute time frame. We come over to our, on the 50-minute time frame, we're printing that dot. We come over here. We wait for either a money flow crossover or a trigger wave. The first trigger wave we get is right here. And so we would enter our long position right here. At least I think that's the first. No, I'm sorry. This is actually the first. No. Sorry. This is the first trigger wave we print. So we would enter our position right here. We would set our take profits up to the next resistances. We would put our stop loss. Unfortunately, this is not a good trade setup here because we'd have to put our stop loss all the way down here, which would give us a very bad risk to reward ratio. A very bad risk to reward ratio. So, you know, whether or not you would want to take this trade is up to you. If you just let it play out without taking profit, this would be a loss. Actually, would this be a loss? Well, we still have yet to find out, guys. We still have yet to find out. You would technically still be in this trade right now. You had the potential to make about almost 1%, which if you're scalping is pretty good. If I'm in a scalp trade, I usually take some profit out at 1% if I'm using 3 or 5x leverage. That's kind of the way I scalp using the 50-minute and the 5-minute time frame. It's a great strategy to use if you're new to trading because it's algorithmic. You're looking for very specific things and then you enter. And it's best to take trades that are very close, have very good risk to reward ratios, right? And this principle of scalping can be applied for multiple time frames. I find it's best if you're using multiples of 10. So I'd like to do the 4 hour and the 24 minute, the 50 minute and the 5 minute, the 30 minute and the 3 minute. I'm taking the number of minutes, dividing it by 10 to get my 2 time frames. Angel Rodriguez wants to know, what do I mean by multiple accounts? I literally mean you open up 2 Bybit accounts at the same time. Like right here, I have one open on this browser, one open in this browser. I'm short on Bitcoin in this browser. I'm long on Bitcoin in this browser. And I'm long on Ethereum in this browser. And what this does, if you go back and watch the beginning of the stream, is it allows me to enter swing trades and scalp trades at the same time. It's pretty nice. Josh Perry, what do I mean by green trigger wave? What I mean by a green trigger wave, Josh Perry, if you're new to Market Cipher, is basically these green dots that are printing as the wave crosses. If you look at Market Cipher, there are 2 waves. You've got basically the light blue wave and the dark blue wave. Shout out to you for the super chat, by the way. When they cross, it prints a green dot, and that's called a trigger wave. If we form a nice low wave here, like this would be called an anchor wave, and then a higher wave would be called a trigger wave. If you're new to that concept, you can check out the Market Cipher tutorials on the Market Cipher website, marketciphertrading.com. There's a link in the description of my video. You can check that out. I also go through in my Market Cipher playlist on my YouTube channel how I use these things. Alex wants to know, how big of a percent of position do I take out at take profit 1, 2, 3? So it really depends on my plan for the trade. If I'm planning to scalp it, I will take out a big position, up to 50%, up to 50%. If I'm looking to stay in the trade longer, I might take out 15%. But I find if I take out 50% of the trade, it will allow me to then make sure the trade is not in a loss. Okay, even if I keep the same stop loss, the trade will usually not be in a loss. And that's important. That is very important. Number 1 step to take if you want to make money doing this is not losing money. Lewis wants to know, is the course on live streams? Right now the course is old live streams that have been recorded, and I'm currently working on re-recording the videos that are not in the live stream setting. Some of them are already up. I will be doing more this week as well. So yes. How do you take profits, says Wolfram Sturm. I have a video on that on the YouTube channel, how to take partial profit in Bybit. Oh, I didn't know that, Vetra Amidjik. Bybit now allows sub-accounts just like Femex, so you don't need multiple accounts. I've never heard of this. And Cam brings out a good point, guys. Be careful of the 50-minute green dot when we're ranging like this. If we're trading sideways, guys, if we are trading sideways, those 50-minute green dots sometimes might print after the move is already over, right? Because you got to be careful. Sideways markets can get traders sliced up. I would recommend, if you can see that we're ranging like this, it's best to use lower time frames and support and resistance lines. It really is best to do that. Senko, you do not get a notification when I upload new content to the course. Okay, Z Potatoes. I did not know this, Z Potatoes, but I'm glad to hear that. I am very glad to hear that. Oh, but you still need to open 2 browsers. Interesting. Check out Ethereum here. Ethereum over here is doing bad, reclaiming this resistance as support. So we'll see what happens. Oh, Bojan wants to know, what would I do if I was not in a trade right now? First of all, Billy, yes, you will have access to the course forever, and yes, you can access it on other devices. I honestly, Bojan, I would be waiting it out. I would really be waiting it out to see what happens at the levels that I have marked. And if I don't have any levels marked, you know, what I would also do is for Ethereum, I would take my fib from the swing low to the swing high, and then I would be looking at these levels, and I'd be looking at the moving averages to try and find an entry. First of all, you need to have a market sentiment. Do we think Ethereum is going up more? If so, then I would be looking for longs down at these lower levels. If I think it's coming down, then maybe I'd be looking to short this right here as we're rejecting for the second time off of this resistance, as we're rejecting for the second time off of it. Yeah, I'd be shucking corn. I'd be shucking corn out in the farm where I do shuck my corn. For Bitcoin, you know, currently, if I was not in a trade, I would be honestly I would be looking probably for a long down here. But yeah, I would just be waiting it out for us to come to a level that I feel we would get a good trade from. So right now for Bitcoin, potentially looking for a short right up here at this trend line, right? Looking for a short at the trend line to see if we'll reject off of that for a nice scalp short. And if we come back down to this trend line, which we could see happening here, look for a nice scalp long potentially. I'd just be doing my TA, looking for levels that I would want to trade from. And a lot of times there is nothing to do except wait. If you want to really enter those good trades, a lot of times you have to wait for a flash crash down to a support level, wait for a massive pump up to a resistance level. Yes, the scalping strategy does work with shorting as well, Bojan. Shout out to Drop Tour V. What's going on, bro? What's going on? Ben Mom Rude wants to know about XRP and XLM. I think they both have potential to move up. I mean, XRP, as a lot of folk know, I was long on, but I am no longer long on it. I got closed out of my longs. You know, this was a crazy wick down, and so I was long on XRP. I think from I don't even remember. I think from here, yeah, May 4th, I was long. I hit 2 take profits. This was we didn't hit our 3rd take profit, and I got stopped out in profits somewhere down in here. So now I'm no longer long on XRP. Shout out to Carcinoma Music, who says pepper on eye pizza. Can you buy the course with euros? Yes, I think you can. Yes, you can. Trading ADA on Bybit. BNB. Let's talk about BNB. I'm currently in a BNB trade here. Let's see how it's going. Oh my goodness, look at that wick. Let's see how it's going. I've had a very rough patch with my trade, my altcoin trades recently. The past few days have been extremely not cool. A lot of things have gotten stopped out for me, unfortunately. So this is my BNB trade right here. As you can see, we are ranging between 2 take profit levels, which are also Fibonacci extension levels, support and resistance. Support and resistance, very important. So yeah, I'm still expecting us to come up more for XRP. If we go to the 2-day time frame, it looks like we're about to print another trigger wave right here to get another little move to the upside. We go to the 3-day. You know, that money flow is getting thick. It's getting thick on the 3-day, and yeah, I can see the bearish divergence forming here. Bearish divergence is forming. Potentially already played out though. Potentially already played out because we got this nice dump down, which was a pretty nice. Let's see, how much of a dump was that? That was a really nice, 13% dump there. So we shall see what happens from here. Shout out to Pencil Neck Destroyer, who says, "May the camel of your prosperity always provide 2 humps." Thank you for that, Pencil Neck Destroyer. I appreciate your sentiment there. Lewis wants to know, is it realistic to aim for 2% profit every day? Yes. Yes, it is. If you're scalping, especially in these volatile markets, you can easily just enter a nice little scalp trade with 2x leverage, get a 1% move, or even 4x leverage, get a 0.5% move. That's quite doable. It's quite doable. You just need to make sure that your risk to reward ratio is on point. You don't want to be entering trades that have a bad risk to reward ratio. So yes. When I'm swing trading, I tend to lock in the profits on the way up. I lock them in on the way up, and it's riskier to swing trade because you have to have a looser stop loss. So I only enter those swings when we're at a very, very important level of support or resistance. Like for example, the Bitcoin trades that I've been in, like I've had to have a very loose stop loss, but I know if we lose the support, then then I need to get out of the trade. And the thing with swing trades is higher risk, higher reward. Yes. Lewis Hitam, we can't really tell what signals are going to give us a 0.5% move, but we can look for good long entries that will probably give us a nice move. Martin wants to know the best way to not get wicked out on a stop loss when you have a good entry on a potential swing trade is you need to put it below the last swing low, and it has to be loose. You can't have tight stop losses on a swing trade. It has to be loose. Like technically, if you wanted to enter a swing trade down at this level, you'd have to put your stop loss down below here. And if you want to get real technical, I mean, if this is the trend, then you'd have to put your stop loss down below here. And so this requires good risk management. It requires good risk management. It can require you to put in a smaller position, and once the trend is confirmed, you can add to it. Like, for example, I entered a long position somewhere. I forget exactly where. I think right here. No, I don't remember, but what tends to happen is I'll enter a long, I'll lock in some profits, and then when we dump down, I'll add more to my position, and then lock in some profits, and when we dump down, I'll add more to my position, and you keep doing that, and it will compound your interest. Yeah, shout out to Nicholas Rufio, who says, let's get 800 likes. Yeah, if we can get 800 likes, I'll give away the course for free. If we can get 3,000 likes, I will give away 0.1 BTC. I doubt that will happen, guys, because we only have less than 700 viewers in here. We have more likes than viewers, so dang. But guys, I am going to have to cut this stream right now because I've got some farming things to do. But I do pray that all of you are blessed. And I pray that the Lord, the creator of heaven and earth, Jesus the Messiah, does reveal himself to each one of you in a personal way. And receive this blessing in the Hebrew language. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Yisrael, which in English means, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May he cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. And may he lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace in the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel. Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. Amen, the Harrison clan. Shout out to JP, shout out to Billy. Shout out to Drop Torvey. Thank you. Shout out to Aneem Jock. I'm glad you learned a lot today. The Urizel, I'm going to go eat some pepper on eye. Well, okay, Mark Neal, I'm 35. I'm 35 likes away from the. Yeah, all right. Let's get this thing up to 800 likes, guys. Can we do that? I don't want to bail before we're 26 likes away from the giveaway. Can we get it? Can we get it in the next like 2 minutes? Because if we can, then I'll do the giveaway. But Job Tillmans wants to know, is it worth it to buy Market Cipher if he only has 6K? Honestly, bro, if it depends. Like, are you new to trading? If you're newer to trading and you don't have a lot of experience, I highly recommend getting Market Cipher. I really do. You don't have to start with the lifetime. You can start with like the $500 one. Get a 5% discount with my code, and see how it works for you. Make sure you learn how to use it. Make sure you learn how to trade, because you can't just use Market Cipher without knowing a thing or two. All right, we got the likes, guys. We got we got the likes. Okay, here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna do a random giveaway. What I need you guys to do now is I'm gonna pick a video. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna take the 4-hour 24-minute strategy video, and I'm gonna pop it in the chat. You guys go. Actually, no. Let's not do that. Let's do yesterday's stream right now. Let's do yesterday's stream. I'll go to my 2YouTube channel over here, and we'll go to yesterday's stream. What I need you guys to do is comment on the stream your max bench press. Okay, your max bench press. Comment on this video your max bench press, and then I'll do a random comment checker, and we'll give away the course for free. So while you guys do that, okay, I'm gonna go pee, and I'll be right back. Sorry if that's TMI, but I drank a whole big cup of coffee. What a great pee. I like to pee outside, guys. I don't pee in the toilet. I pee outside. It's a beautiful day out. You know, if you can't leak the lizard outside, you need to move to a new place where you can. Okay, let's check out that video now. Let's come over here to yesterday's stream, and we will go ahead and refresh here. See what happens. And I'm gonna do the random comment checker here. I'm gonna do the random comment checker. We've got a lot of comments going on here, so let me go to YouTube random comment picker, and I'm gonna go here, and let's see. I'm gonna enter the URL and filter duplicate users. Do not include replies to comments. And let's get those comments over here. Okay, so let's start the raffle here. Daniel Beck, his max bench press is an impressive 285. Nice, bro. Nice, man. That's a pretty good bench right there. That is a pretty good bench. Okay, Daniel Beck, are you in my Discord, bro? Are you in my Discord? Let me know in the chat if you're in my Discord, because if you are, then I will hit you up ASAP. Yeah, cool. Daniel Beck, let me know if you're in my Discord already, bro. And if you're not, join the Discord. But I need to know if you are. Because if you are, I will immediately send you a message. But I don't want to just ask for your Discord name in case somebody quickly copies it and tries to get the free course away from you. Okay, Daniel Beck, you got to join. And when you join, send me a message. Man, I wish you were in my Discord, bro. I should have made that a prerequisite to join the Discord. Daniel, are you able to join right now? Are you able to join right now and then quick send me your... Yeah, cool. He will. Sweet. Thanks, Daniel. You're the man. And while I'm waiting on Daniel, I will say that I don't want to install the updates right now on my computer because I ain't got time for that. Nobody has time for that. Let's be real. You don't update until your computer stops working, and then you update and it still doesn't work, so you have to get a new computer, and they make it that way on purpose. Right? And ever since Steve Jobs died, okay, Mac computers have gone down the hill. They have gone down the hill. Shout out to Premier Crypto 11 who just followed me on Twitter. I don't really use Twitter, but I should. Yeah, I use Chrome. What a horrible thing to do, using Chrome. Horrible. Yeah, look at this. So we're unable, guys. We're unable to come up above this this trend line right here. We're unable to. And we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens with this Bitcoin. With this Bitcoin. Yeah. Unfortunately. All right, so Daniel Beck, let me know when you're in the Discord. Hit me up in there, bro. In fact, let me see if you're already in there. I don't see you in there, man. I do not. But hit me up, bro. Hit me up. I will give you the course for free. I wish I had a better way of contacting you, actually. Let me see. Come here. Go to your YouTube channel. Nice, bro. You actually have a channel. That's rare. That's rare. I'm going to subscribe to you. And let me see. Do you have do you have any kind of contact information here? Is this you too? Oh man, sorry, I'm totally just blowing up your spot on YouTube here. Yeah, totally blowing up your spot. Okay, well, let me see. Okay, sweet, Daniel, you just joined. Please, can you send me a message, man, or tell me your Discord name. Tell me your Discord name so that I can message you right away before anyone else tries to fake being you. Okay, got you, Daniel. Got you, bro. Thank you. All right, I've already got you. I'll reach out to you in the Discord. All right, guys. Peace, peace, and may the Lord bless all of you. See you in the next stream.